Hey fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. Again, if this is not your first time, to those of you that it is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. So glad you're checking out my channel. Please like, please subscribe, please pass it on, share with friends, family, whoever you really want to share with, because this channel is the bomb. Or I hope it will be, or kind of is, or whatever. But the video that I want to present to you all today is just a little talk it out about thrifting and shopping on a budget or on sale or whatever you might want to call it. So let's start with thrifting. Number one, always, always, always have time. That is one of the biggest mistakes you can make when thrifting, is not having enough time or going in there with too many hopes or expectations. So have time to, first of all, clear your mind before you walk in the store, and then have time to actually spend time in the store when you go thrifting. If it's your first time thrifting, please set aside, I would say, close to an hour or maybe even 90 minutes to really just explore a store and see what section might fit you best. Like, when you go to the thrift store, is your best section going to potentially be shirts? Is your best section potentially going to be skirts? Is it going to be dresses? Is it going to be accessories or shoes? Or what might, your best section be? So give yourself enough time to explore. Do not be disappointed when you leave the thrift store your first or second time and you didn't find anything that you loved. You're new to it. You haven't probably been inspired enough yet. So speaking of inspiration, step number two, I would say, or tip number two for thrifting, start in the accessories or the shoes and jewelry if you are brand new to thrifting. You need inspiration. That's a reality. You might not understand that, or you might not realize that, or you might have your style in mind or think you know kind of what you like. But sometimes when you go into a thrift store, a place that's kind of chaotic in reality, like it's kind of a bunch of stuff in there, you need to be inspired about what to get. So maybe start with the purses or the bags, or start with jewelry or shoes or something like that. Or if you're shopping for your home even, start in a room that you don't spend a ton of time in, like the room that takes the least amount of detail. Start looking for stuff in that room that will then inspire the rest of your house, the rooms that you do spend a lot of time in. So because the thing about it is like when you're shopping, you want to grow into an outfit, or you want to grow into a style. So what I mean by that is even the smallest detail of your outfit, you need to understand, or it needs to be a part of your personality. So your earrings, your purse, all of that. So those are the simpler things to kind of understand. For example, if you're a lady and you carry purses, or if you're a man and you carry purses, whatever. Do you like big purses? Do you like small purses? Start to talk about your personality. Talk your personality out with your accessories. I'm really looking for kind of a small purse. Look at the smaller purses. I like darker purses, or I more commonly wear blacks, blues, browns. Look at some of the darker purses. Or if you wear blacks and browns a lot, look for a light purse, like in the neutral family or something. And then that'll inspire you to move on to possibly the shirts or the skirts or the dresses and things like that. Also jewelry. What type of signature piece do you have? Me, I'm a hoops girl all the time, all day. Love me a pair of hoops. We'll wear studs, we'll wear chandeliers, we'll wear no earrings, very rarely. But I'm a hoops type of girl. If I get my choice, we're going big. We are going big. Also, another one of my signature pieces, I like gaudy necklaces. Gaudy, gaudy, gaudy jewelry. My neck needs to drip. It needs to rain. And I don't like diamonds and all that. Well, let me not lie. We all like diamonds, right? But I don't need like diamonds around my neck. I like colors, bulk. Like when you look at me, I want you to be like, do your neck hurt? Like, is that heavy? Anyway, so start to learn your personality style based on your accessories and things like that. So tip number 3, look through things. I can't stress that enough. That is so important. You cannot just go into the thrift store and be like, okay. That's usually not how it works unless you are just like a genius or a fashion connoisseur beyond life. You have to actually go through things, especially shirts. For example, a shirt might look super basic on the side, but when you see the front of it, look at those ruffles, or look at those stripes, or look at that fancy lady on the front of that shirt. Things like that. You have to actually look through the clothes so you know what's there. Please look through them. Also, courtesy in any thrift store. Wherever you are, if someone else is in the line or is in the same row as you, all you all do is switch places. Literally. I know it's a little different in department stores. I feel like people just kind of look at you. But in a thrift store, it's almost like a love or like a mutual family type thing in most thrift stores, at least where I'm at. But when you get to a point where you all are getting close, you literally, one of you across in front, one of you across in back, head nod. And then you just keep going. You don't have to grim them. You don't have to stare them down. Because, honey, more than likely, they're not picking up what you're going to pick up anyway. That's usually kind of how that goes. So, that's another tip, to just be friendly in the thrift store. What tip am I on? 4? I don't know what number. We don't have to use numbers. But anyway, try it on. If they have a fitting room, try it on. I don't care if this is the size you wear all the time. You never know. It's so many different brands, so many different makers. People have worn these clothes before. You don't know how much elastic is still in them or was ever in them, or if they might be elastic now because somebody too big might have been wearing something too small. You never know how the clothes might fit you, so try them on. If they don't have a fitting room, don't let that stop you, honey, because what I do is I wear leggings and a baby tee to the thrift store. Yeah, I might look a hot mess, but if they don't have a fitting room, I can slide clothes on over my clothes because I don't have on a ton of layers or I don't have on a lot of things, which is really nice because often if they don't have a fitting room, they'll have a mirror on probably like every wall somewhere. Make use of that. Hold it up. Create outfits if you have to. With that being said, another tip is don't go into a thrift store hoping to create a complete outfit every time. You might. There are going to be times where you're going to look up. That's going to be great. But other times, you're going to have to go in there, and the way I like to think about it is when I go in the thrift store, I like to think about my closet holistically. What pieces don't I have in my closet already? Or what pieces would complement things that are in my closet already? Like for me, for example, on the weekends for church, I wear lots and lots of floral or pleated calf length skirts. So I need lots of plain slimming shirts. I need lots of like blue jean jackets, shorter blazers, things that have pleats in the back, things that are like have colors on the top, have a low collar, V-neck. Like knowing the type of stuff that kind of complements what's in your closet would be great. Know that. So sometimes you're going in there just to add pieces to your collection, not necessarily to create an outfit. Now, if you're going thrifting for a certain event, you're going to have to shop around. So that's another tip. When you go to the thrift store, go to more than one thrift store. You don't have to go to one thrift store and think that that's like the end all be all, because it might not be. It's the same thing when you go to regular stores. Oftentimes you'll go in a regular store, they won't have what you want, so you go to another store, or you go to another store, which is one of the reasons that they created something called a mall. It's kind of for your convenience, also kind of for them to make a ton of money, but then also just because reality is when you're going shopping, you're literally going shopping. It's a task, something that takes time, something that takes exploration. It's something that I hopefully hope you enjoy or learn to enjoy, at least from a few of these tips that I'm, kind of passing out to you. Another thing to do when you go into the thrift store is to budget yourself. Stuff is super cheap in the thrift store. So don't buy it just because it's half off. Or don't buy it just because you think you like it. I do that sometimes. And I'm often disappointed when I go into the store and buy something that I thought I liked. So cut that out now. It's not worth it. If you don't think you'll ever be able to match it up, if it's something that's too risky, because oftentimes we'll buy something that's too risky. It's like, when am I ever going to wear this? Like, why are you buying a gown? A ball gown out of the thrift store and you haven't been to a ball in 16 years. I've done that before, y'all. I bought like a literal like almost prom dress and I was like, where am I wearing this to? Silly, because it was $20 still in the closet. But I digress. So don't just buy things because they're on sale or because you think that you might eventually wear them, unless you really might eventually wear them. Think about your career, what path you're in, the things that you do on the weekends, things like that. Also, think about versatility. When you go into the thrift store, go in with an open mind and thinking about how versatile you could be. So yeah, you might like polos or you might like solid shirts or stripes or whatever. Usually, you might wear a uniform to work and really, get wild with your clothes on the weekend. Think about that. When you go in the store, think about upping your style. When you go into the thrift store, don't go and just shop for what you normally shop for. Explore. Actually go through items. Pick up something that you wouldn't typically wear, but somebody else would. or you've seen somebody that's your size or something similar to your personality, something you've seen them wear. If you see that, pick it up, take a look at it, think about it, because sometimes adding one piece to our closet, believe it or not, that we don't typically wear, not something that we know we're never going to do anything with, but something that we might try to explore, sometimes adding that one piece to the closet really, really brightens up the hope for your entire closet, because your closet speaks a lot about your personality. The things that you wear, people judge us based on our clothes, whether we want to believe it or not, but they do. They really do. We judge ourselves based on what we wear. You know, we're more confident when our hair is done, or when our hair is cut, or when we have on a fly outfit, or we have an event that's about us. We're more confident about those things because we've prepped and prepared for them, opposed to a day where you like, dang, I got to throw this on real quick and just go out the door, and you like, hope nobody sees me today. That type thing. So dress for like the first time you meeting your significant other's mama or daddy. Well, maybe not, because you might be kind of fancy for that. But you know what I mean? Like, think about that all the time. Stepping outside of your box when you go into a thrift store. Also, another thing to do, join a loyalty program. If the thrift store has a loyalty program, it's still worth it. Because oftentimes, like Goodwill, for example, a lot of Goodwills, they have a loyalty program. For every dollar you spend or something like that, or every $10 you spend, you get 10 points or whatever it is, it equates back to money. So you get money off of your purchases after so many points. Donations. Donate to these same places that you buy clothes from. That's very important, because I believe that things come full circle. Let's say that. So if the only thing you're getting out of the thrift store is crap, it's because the only thing people are bringing is crap. So take in good quality things that you're just no longer using or can't fit or things like that for someone else to wear, because that stuff comes full circle over and over and over again. One of the big things that I do is, if I don't give something to someone that I know, I take it to a thrift store or some type of charity house that can use it, because they're still good clothing. So those are some of the basic tips for thrifting that I would say. I'll come with a more advanced video a little bit later, and also maybe even take you shopping with me. That'd probably be fun, to actually go shopping. So I will work on doing that as well. But I hope that was a little bit helpful. So just remember, you must have time. You must look through the clothing for sure. Start in the accessories or shoes. Gain some inspiration before you just go full on if you're brand new to this thing. Be courteous in the aisles. Be conscious of things that are on sale or super cheap. You might not want them, but also be open to exploring. If someone is similar to you or a style that you aspire, you see it there, get it. Get it. Work with it. Do something with it. Look it up. Research it. Make it work. But don't just do that every time you go and end up with a closet full of things that you'd never wear. And then also, be proud of yourself, period. Be proud of yourself. Set a budget and be proud of what you did. Being able to shop economically, if that's how you look at it, or being able to shop for fun, if that's how you look at it. If you have a family and you're shopping for others, look at it as a score. Look at it as a win. Research what it means to thrift. Research the values of thrifting and explore that and talk about that with the people that you love. Be proud of your decision in thrifting, because people will try to shoot you down for wearing hand-me-downs, because everybody's too good for hand-me-downs. We all know that, right? But technically, it's okay. Everything's recyclable nowadays. Everything. Practically everything. I should probably stop talking now, because this is... Y'all, I got things to say, but I'm a chill. But anyway, I'll come in another video actually with shopping on clearance or on sale, or, off the rack or retired section and all that good stuff that they talk about. But remember to like, remember to subscribe. Please, it would be so helpful. I would be so grateful. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and Pinterest. Queen of Cares is my name on all of those. Also, check me out on Facebook, Fashion with Care. My personal page is Care Monique. And email me if you have inquiries or comments or anything that you want me to know. Comment below or email me at fashionwithcare@gmail.com. If you need consultation for fashion, or you want to be styled for an event, a photo shoot, life, you want me to take an inventory of your closet and tell you what to keep, what to ditch, you want me to enhance any part of the fashion that you have or the fashion that you want to have, please just let me know. And I thank you all so much for stopping by my channel. I look forward to hanging out with you all again. And I hope this video was helpful. Please, please, please hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I love you all in style, with love, care.